Contra is the first game in the series. For many of the series conventions such as power-ups, two-player cooperative, gameplay and character light mobility were already present in this game. The game is composed of traditional side view stages that scroll either vertically or horizontally, as well as 3D view stage in which the player moves toward the background.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Super Contra replaced the 3D view stages from the original with top view stages similar to those in Commander or Ikari Warrior. Features unique to the arcade version include upgradable weapons and the ability to control the character jumping height. The NES version, retired Super C for its North American version, has 3 new stages and a new final boss, but lack the upgradable weapon from the arcade game. Operation C is the first Contra game made specifically for a portable platform, featuring gameplay similar to the NES version of Super C. Operation C also first introduced the home gun power-up. The game has a total of 5 stages, many of which share design similarities to the Super C, the NES version of the Super Contra. The series' first entry for a 16-bit game console, Contra 3 allows the player character to climb into walls or railing and carry 2 weapons that can be switched back and forth, as well as smart bombs that kill all on-screen enemies. Many of the stages and bosses made use of the system Mode 7 graphic effect, including a bike riding stage that ends in a mid-air battle with the main character riding missiles. First Contra game made for a Sega platform. Hard Corps also contains selectable characters with unique weapons and abilities, and introduced an in-game storyline with branching paths that alter the ending. Set 5 years after the event of Contra 3 Alien Wars, a terrorist group led by the renegade colony Bahamut has stolen an alien seal recovered from the war and now intend to use it to produce weapons. The first of 2 Contra titles developed by Appaloosa Interactive, as well as the first attempt to convert the Contra gameplay to 3D and the first game in the series to be played in an isometric perspective. It was originally sold with a pair of anaglyphy glasses. It is the first console Contra game to reside in the PAL region with no changes. A Japanese release of Legacy of War was planned but was cancelled after The second Contra game developed by Appaloosa The gameplay is composed of several side-scrolling and 3D stages, as well as a single overhead stage. It's the only console game in the series to lack multiplayer mode. See, the Contra Adventure was only released in North America with no Japanese or European version. Featuring 2D side-scrolling gameplay with fully polygonal 3D graphic. The player now has a fixed weapon configuration, allowing the character to use one of 3 weapons. The player can also charge their weapon for a more powerful shot. The game grades the player performance on each stage and only allows the good ending to those with an above average rank. Neo Contra returned the series once again into 3D dimensional gameplay. However, unlike the title developed under Appaloosa Interactive, player only need to aim in the third dimension on rare occasionally. Additionally, this title moves away from the boss-oriented gameplay of hard cops and previous 32-bit titles in favor of longer free-roam shooting sequences that are interspliced with boss encounter. In this regard, it is more reminiscent of the 8-bit and SNES Contra games. Developed by Y-Forward Technology, the gameplay is displayed on 2 screens and the player character now has a grappling hook that latches onto railing. The gameplay system is modeled after Contra 3 The Alien Wars with upgradable weapons similar to the Super Contra. It also featured the return of the 3D view tunnel stage from the original Contra. The game has never been released in Europe. Developed by M2 and published by Konami for WiiWare, this 2D side-scrolling game was released in May 2009 in Japan and featured Bill Riser and Ganbi Yagyu from Neo Contra fighting off an alien invasion. It featured hands-down spirit-based visuals and has 2 unlockable characters as well as an unlockable nightmare mode. With the announcement of the closure of the Wii Shop channel in 2018 and discontinued in 2019, this game is no longer available for purchase or re-download. The game was developed by Arc System Works and is the first Contra game without the Contra name in the title. It became available on Xbox Live Arcade on February 16, 2011 and was released on the PlayStation Network on March 15, 2011. It is a prequel to the Contra original. The player plays as Colonel Bahamut, the main antagonist from Contra Hard Cops, although the game was released with only 2 different characters to choose from.
Too easy.
Am I trapped?
Rogue Corps is set in the fictional damned city 2 years after the Contra 3 Alien Wars and Contra 4, featuring 4 playable characters and a wide degree of weapon customization. The game received general mixed review upon release. It was criticized for its gameplay, graphics and story, although praise fell toward its upgrade and customization system.
Another gate! And a moving turret.
Contra Operation Galuga is a run-and-gun platform video game set in the Contra universe, developed by WayForward and published by Konami. Operation Galuga is a reimagination of the arcade and NES version of Contra, featuring modern graphics and soundtrack, new stages, enemies, bosses, and gameplay mechanics. It is a 2.5D run-and-gun platform game, aesthetically similar to previous titles like Contra Evolution and Contra Return.